risky strategy. You don't normally make your stuff in the middle of the map. You make it usually on that plateau that you start out with, where there's a small ramp, you can control information. But he said, you know what? I don't think MMA is too greedy to go for Command Center first, but I do see him doing some kind of an early expansion build due to the architecture of the map, and he basically, he stopped him. He stopped MVP's very middle-of-the-road build with a very acute, specific opener.
It was so cute, man. Seriously.
Acute.
Oh, I know.
It was sexy, too. So, it looks like we're ready to start this game. Are you guys ready?
The countdown has begun, Tasteless.
It's time, nerds from all over the world watching. Actually, there are nerds from all over the world down here. I met guys from Brazil, from India, people coming down here from France. It's so cool. It's so great to see all the nerds uniting. You guys should give yourselves a round of applause. All right, it's time. Game number 2 is now loaded. We will throw that up on screen for you guys. Can we see this upset occur? We're going to find out. We're going to have more information after this. Over here, in the upper right, we have the Game Genie Terran. He has more builds than anybody else. He's feared around the world. His ID is... Meanwhile, bottom left starting location in this one-on-one map mentored by Slayers Boxer. It's not his first time here in the States. He's still the underdog. His ID is...
You nailed that, Tasteless.
Did I do it?
That was like...
that was better than our first one.
That was like meant to be, Tasteless.
All right, so it looks like MMA going to play a little bit more textbook-like. He's going to go for that barracks next to that command center in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, the same here for MVP. Or am I saying in the middle of the map? I'm in the middle of his base, excuse me.
That's all right. No gases yet. Oh, a gas actually did just go up for our blue player, MMA. And we are going to have to see what he wants to do with this. You know, we have seen MMA quite a few times actually open up with Reapers on this map in TVT. You can control those watchtowers, and sometimes we see him take a gold base with that.
Yeah, that's a really good build. Of course, the Zelnaga watchtowers on this map just as important as they are on a map like Zelnaga Caverns, for instance. So important. Unlike Antigua Shipyard, which plays more of a positional role in controlling the gold bases, here it's just for raw intel.
Well, we do see that he is getting a tech lab right away on that barracks, and that most likely means Reapers. At least one, and again, we've seen him do this multiple times. MMA is, I mean, this is standard for him. So MVP will have seen every single TVT this guy played. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to win this. He has studied up. So he will be scouting for gold bases just in case.
Yeah, and part of me wonders if that gold base stealing strategy is even going to stay in style.
Yeah,
it's going to go out of style like bell-bottom jeans, you
know? Exactly, Tasteless. But then again, of course, he'll try to come back one day.
Is he just scouting?
I think so, yeah.
Think so?
Pretty sure.
All right. That's good. Looks like we're going to have MMA now do a build that's not exactly that different from the build we saw MVP do, and just getting that one barracks out, expanding. We do have a Reaper on the map, and what's great about the Reaper when you do a build like this is the Reaper keeps a lot of fear in the opposing player's heart when it comes to leaving his base. He knows if I leave my base, he can walk in because Reapers can jump up cliffs. He can kill all of my SCVs.
And he is making another Reaper as well. I'll be really interested to see if he gets that third Reaper out. You know, we have seen, in fact, he's already queued it up. So we're actually going to see 3 Reapers. And here we go, a Reaper coming into this main base here. Some Marines going after him. And he is going to have to get out of there, but does pick up a lot of intel. Only 1 gas. That's a lot of information. Definitely no cloaked Banshees anytime soon.
2 more barracks on the way to make a total of 3. We do have combat shields coming up here. And it looks as though we're either going to have middle-of-the-road play, Marine Siege Tank, or there is the potential for Marine Marauder.
Well, you know, we do have 1 factory going up for MVP, and I think we're probably going to see him go into mech at one point. And then that means we will definitely see some Marine Marauder out of MMA, but hopefully he will transition into some siege takes, because without them, a very careful and meticulous MVP will not be killable.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. We saw Reactor going up over there in MVP's base. He may throw the factory onto that to get that all worked out. Oh, 3 Reapers.
That's a lot of Reapers, Tasteless, but that's a lot of Marines as well, and they're going to want to get out of there. Loses one. Nice. And not really doing a lot of damage. I'm surprised he even engaged those Marines for a moment.
MVP saying GTFO to those Reapers as they're now trying to find some way to get in. And gosh, I gotta say, MVP's defense has been stellar.
Yeah, it has, and we do see a gold base being snuck.
Okay, so people are still doing this.
Well, he's already taken his natural, so this might be something that MVP finds a little bit odd. If you scout the natural, then you're going to think, I don't think he really took gold as well. That'd be pretty greedy. I don't think he's a greedy guy, but you know what? He wants all that 50K for himself, so I guess he is.
It's interesting. I always feel like if I ever see Reapers on this map, we're going to see the gold base taken. So this is cool. He's done a double expand. And that's a Hellion moving out, but as you guys may have learned with us at GSL, oftentimes the Reaper can kill a Hellion. This time, though, the Reaper's a little bit injured.
That they are. We do have Cloak on the way for Banshees as well as Blue Flame for the Hellions. MVP doing everything at once. He is really getting ready to do a huge amount of tech. And the thing is, these tech units are going to be very strong against the spread out army of MMA. He's going to have a hard time defending that top left gold base. Blue Flame Hellions running up there? No, your Marines are not going to do much against that.
Well, what do you think? Would you get a planetary at the gold base or an orbital?
I would definitely go for that orbital just to drop more mules. It's based along your opponent not actually scouting it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I suppose you're right, Archers. If it gets spotted, it's like, well, no matter what, it's going to be picked up. And taking out that Reaper now. We see, again, a continued infantry production here, and that's going to really pick up when mules start hitting the gold base. And he's going to only send his mules to the gold base because he wants to mine that up as fast as possible before it's taken. And look, it's not just about him getting those minerals. It's about the fact that later on when MVP is supposed to be entitled to having that, he won't be able to get those gold minerals. He spotted it.
That's right, and does kill the SCV, making the bunker. But a lot of Marines are up here. Now that he knows that's there, that is going to give MVP an advantage. As long as he knows how to deal with this, to continually harass, that plus his Banshee, it's going to be just so hard to stop. MMA is going to be very split up.
The Banshee doing a ton of damage here, now chasing out these SCVs. The factor here is that it's okay to lose Marines, it's not okay to lose the SCVs. He needs to get those turrets up here, and right now MVP's kiting with that Banshee is just too good.
That it is getting away from the scan. Beautiful move there by MVP, and in fact, making him use scans instead of mules at the gold. That is another thorn in the side of his opponent, and oh my god, he almost loses that.
Oh my god, how many hit points is that?
7 left.
Okay, another Banshee over here. MVP really showing him what a strong player is, focusing down these mules. And do we have a scan?
Ooh.
We do.
A little bit of a sloppy play there, and does lose it.
He was not accounting the fact that the turret was going to finish. He was just looking at those Marines, so got caught a little bit off guard there. And right now, I got to say, it looks fairly even, but if this game continues to move forward, there's going to be no way that you could stop MMA if he keeps that gold base up for a while.
Well, he's trying to. A lot of Blue Flame Hellions going around the map right now. If they can take out all the mules, that is going to be great. And there we go, going up here to raid this base. Not a lot up there, though. A single Marauder going to be pretty scary for these, and he's going to get out of there. Really not killing all that much.
Very nice. The audience here cheering on for MMA as he is continuing to do what I would say is a spectacular job so far against a player who is clearly the favorite going into this.
Very much so, Tasteless. Now, we do have 3 factory mech plus 1 starport with a reactor making Vikings for MVP. He's going to have to be very careful, take a slow third base, and not get out of position. So a lot of this game is going to be about his opponent trying to find him out of position. But here we go. Blue Flame Hellions against Marines and a Marauder.
Stem.
The Marauder. Huge flank by MMA. Just cleaning up everything.
Yeah. Brilliant. Now, look, he's going for mech right now, MVP is, and that's generally what we would say is the best thing to do. But for the time being, with the gold base secured and map control here for MMA, I don't know. This might be one of those moments where mech is not the right thing to go for. Oh!
Beautiful move there by MMA. He is crossing every T, dotting every I, sometimes drawing a heart over that I. He's just playing beautifully.
Dotting every lowercase j. He's got it all covered. Now we have siege mode on the way. And it looks like he may transition into a... oh, hold that thought. I'm sorry. We have a Banshee here. Now he's got to be very careful because that Banshee, I mean, it could bump into a tree branch right now and die. Its hit points are so low. He's got to be really careful. Because that's actually one of the only things that MVP has going for him right now.
I could see that happening too, Taste. He's like, ah! The leaves rustle against the front.
The leaves brush on the side of the Banshee and it just plummets and crashes into the waterfall. Now, let's see here. The Marines, the Marauders, the Medevacs are controlling the map. And again, another what looks like it's going to be a failed attack here. I don't even know if he's going to kill an SCV here. No, yeah. Another attack denied.
Just spraying him down a little bit there. But, you know, the supply is still pretty close. We have a little drop going right now. Just some Marines and Marauders being dropped out. But the missile turrets, one of them at least being completed. And in comes plenty of units to clean that up.
This is the first real moment where we've gotten to see MVP truly deny any aggression since that Reaper hold-off.
That is right. And right now he has 10 siege tanks against just 2 of MMA. But MMA is adding another factory. He is actually going to do a transition into a lot more siege tanks, and that's going to be beautiful for him. Get map control, get a bunch of